The 2024 Mazda CX-90 is a lot of firsts in America, including a plug-in hybrid powertrain, upgraded interior amenities like this Napa leather, new wheel designs, and we can enjoy the ride with almost 500 miles cruising. What's up, everybody? I'm Jonathan Sewell Sales at Mitchell Mazda on the Boulevard in Enterprise, Alabama, and you see behind me a beautiful jet black CX-90, and this one's the plug-in hybrid. So we're gonna go inside, we're gonna go outside, we're gonna go all the way around and talk about why this should be your next crossover. So let's jump in. More garbage. Getting started, you notice this is the jet black with the black leather with the black wheels and some machined elements there, but it's black on black on black. And it's very beautiful in this color. I think it really looks elegant and sophisticated, especially with my favorite wheels, these nice 21-inch wheels. And these wheels, of course, are available on the Turbo S and the plug-in hybrid varieties. And this one specifically on the plug-in hybrid premium, and this one's the premium plus. So you can see the same design elements as we're accustomed to on the other CX-90s, with your kind of stacked lights here, as well as your parking sensors around, and nice little accents here on the bumper to make it look wide. And you have the nice signature wing with the carryover LEDs, the daytime running lights and turn signals. Of course, that very stylish and elegant grille. And then your chrome strip here at the bottom to tie in, and your chrome strip on the side to tie in. This one has a lot of new technology. I know we've talked about it before, but you have your front, like your rear cross traffic. You have your front cross alerts, which when you're driving this around and even at a stop, sometimes it picks those up. Also, you have blind spot monitoring with blind spot assist. So if it picks up someone in your blind spot and you try to move over, it will give you a steering assist there, just like in your lane departure. Obviously, you have the radar up front, the camera up top for extra smart brake support, as well as high beam assist and some other things. And yeah, that Aviator's just looking over here saying, what is that? And this is a much better ride than the Aviator. We might do a comparison later. And as you go around here, the PHEV, I don't like that, the PHEV or plug-in hybrid, it has this chrome accent and of course chrome, so it pops off this black very nice. Those 21-inch wheels are absolutely beautiful. Just for comparison, that one's on 22s, this one's on 21s, so you get a little bit more rubber as well. And but I love this style a lot, and you can see that even Lincoln's trying to have some black and machined elements. But this wheel is absolutely beautiful, and Mazda did a great job with that wheel. You have the jet black mirror caps, of course, your little hazard indicator for your blind spot. And this one, because it's jet black, it's hard to tell, but all plug-ins will have this plastic cladding as well. They're a little bit heavier than the the six-cylinder variety because of the larger battery and some of the other components. But it's very nice, and still has the kinematic posture control, which prevents some body roll with the rear brakes, and I think you'll appreciate that. Going around the back, of course, you don't have any of the rear outlets or faux outlets as you see on the CX-60, and you have this nice chrome piece that kind of matches the front to the rear. Of course, this one has your SkyActiv plug-in hybrid, but also some chrome accents here on these emblems, and the hands-free or foot-activated rear liftgate. Do wish this came up just a little bit more because of how it's shaped. It always looks like I'm going to hit my head, but it's fine. No problems there. You'll get used to it. And of course, with this storage here in the back, I've tried to just kind of fit the plug that comes with it in here. Maybe I got to take this plastic out because it's just not fitting quite right. Of course, you have an 18-inch spare underneath, which at first I thought that you would have the sealant kit, but you can see the spare underneath there. and of course all your tire tools and everything. Front license plate bracket here. Now this is one thing that the plug-in hybrid Premium Plus upgrades to. You have a 15 watt plug over here, so 120 volt 1500 watt, excuse me, I think I mispronounced that. And then you have another 150 watt over here, so 2 plugs. Then you have a regular DC charger, so you have a lot of extra use of that battery and the system to power any type of other accessories. Of course, this one, just like our standard inline 6, is a 3-passenger rear seat, which the spacing and seating is going to be the same. So you have 2, 4, and then the 3 back here for 7-passenger. You can, on the standard plug-in, have a bench seat there, and to make it an 8-passenger. And this is what they're marketing as the only 8-passenger plug-in on the market as of right now. So you can see that black. We'll take a look on the inside in just a minute. You can see even the little pulsing here, like all the other newer crossovers are going to have, and the long tail lights here. Of course, as we've noticed, these don't light up except for on the Turbo S models. And you have your fuel door on the driver's side, your plug-in right here, and of course for level 2 charging it can connect right in there, but you also have this for some plugs, and some systems require that connection, and we were using one earlier, is why I've popped that cap off. But very simple here, different lights to tell you what's going on. Probably do a video on charging it, but you can see that's very easy to interpret. Even have a little LED light here so you can see at night when to charge it. Speaking of charging, we'll go inside, but you can charge this on a schedule. So if you have a plug or use the plug there from the 120 volt at home instead of a level 2 at 240, you can plug this in and set the charging to actually start at off-peak times. So if you have a level 2 charger, this one goes from 20 to 80% in an hour and a half. It's a little over 6 hours on 120. So even if you're plugging it in at home at like 7, 8 o'clock at night, you can set it to not start until midnight, or and finish at 6, or 2 and finish at 8, or 8:30, whatever. It's a little over 6 hours. So very convenient onboard charging, as most EVs offer. So let's go underneath the hood here and talk a little bit more about this drivetrain. So the first thing that looks a little bit different is there's a lot more room in this. And so as you can see, this is the 4-cylinder. So it's the SkyActiv G 4-cylinder in here. And this one is tuned a little bit differently to get 189 horsepower on premium fuel, and will combine with the motor for 323. But you can see there's a little bit more room. You can see a little bit more of the engine. Of course, that extra tuning and premium fuel is designed just to help everything run a little bit better. You can run it on regular fuel, and that combined will drop to 319 horsepower. Whether you run it on premium or regular, you still have 369 pound-feet of torque, or foot-pounds of torque, and that is the exact same as the Turbo S, so you still have that get up and go. And I'll do a driving video on this later when we talk about the motor, and more specifically, and the 25 or 26 mile range of EV range. It's actually at 80%. If you're going to run at 80%, it's actually closer to 18 or 19 miles. But this electric motor at 68 kilowatt motor is very powerful and has a better driving experience than just the 4-cylinder by itself when there's no charge on the battery, in my opinion. But we'll cover this a little bit more. So this one has a lot of performance, still has the SkyActiv Drive 8-speed, the new 8-speed, and to be in an EV that shifts is a good feeling and a good driving experience. And so I think that's what Mazda was going for. Of course, everything else is closed off and kind of hidden. the cranking battery and all those things. But this is a perfect vehicle for someone who wants to take advantage of the EV and lives close to work or whatever the case may be. But even for just fun, just charging it up and driving in EV mode is very enjoyable. So definitely something you should check out. And this one does have that larger battery and a little bit larger motor. So I think you'll enjoy it. So as I mentioned early on, this is the black interior, and so you can see the same type of design accents. The looks really good against this black, and you have the contrast stitching on this Premium Plus on the seating here with the strip. Very soft Napa leather, feels really good, and also carries across the dash, as you can see, and the front and rear door cards. And we'll take a peek in the back in just a minute to talk about some of those features. You do have driving modes, and on the Premium and Premium Plus you have a towing mode, but all three plug-ins tow 3,500 pounds. Let's crank this up. One thing that you'll notice difference is the engine does not crank initially. You're sitting in EV mode and it's going to say ready, and then of course going to let me know to put my seatbelt on, which I'm would recommend plugging the seatbelt in or connecting the seatbelt before you crank it to avoid that chime altogether. But we are in EV mode, and you can see the doors open. All plug-ins have this full 12.3-inch LCD, and you can see right now that I'm at 12 miles left on the battery, total or combined 50 miles with the charge and the fuel. So that's pretty neat to look at. And right now we're averaging about a mile per kilowatt hour, and then 13.3 miles per gallon. This of course is rated at 56 mpge, so that's miles per gallon equivalent, and 25 on just the gas combined. So you have a bunch of different modes here. When you're driving, you can be charging the battery as you drive, and you also have this charge mode right here that when the battery is depleted, you could put it here and it amplifies the regenerative braking available. You can see that my automatic lights kicked on and changed to the night mode on this navigation. And I wanted to go real quick to information here, high voltage battery monitor, and you can see that right now we're at 60%, total range of 50 miles, EV range of 12, just like it shows up front, and the charging schedule is off. An estimated AC charge time of 30 minutes is what would get us to 80%, I believe is what that's focused on here. And we can go back into the settings and change the charge schedule in the EV settings here. And there's your charging schedule, and right now we're set on limited to 80%. You can change that to 90 or 100. Of course, they recommend 80 or 90 for longer battery life. And you can also do some other things as far as lock the charge connector while the vehicle's charging. You can change the regenerative braking to be more efficient. And you also have the EV priority to milk the most out of the battery as possible. And of course, you can change this driving charge target as you're driving to get that different battery strengths. Of course, when we look at the Premium Plus, you do add, you have this automatic HVAC system. You also have a heated steering wheel, heated seats, ventilated seats, and I still love this display right here for all these controls. Love the electronic gear shifter. You just have to remember when you come up to reverse that you move over to park. And then your driving modes toggle real easy, real quick. So here's EV. It really lights up and lets you know that, hey, here we are. If we go up to sport mode, you can see the red accents. And off-road, you don't have a towing unless you add the tow hitch for that 3,500, but it's available. So it's all right there at the touch of a fingertip. And here's a look at that design. You also have your wireless charger and a DC charger availability right here. The same style commander control knob that we're familiar with. frameless, hello there, frameless rearview mirror. And this is a good time to see more of me in future videos if you'll click subscribe below. And let's continue here in the plug-in passenger seat power as well as the driver. And you have two memory settings on the driver's side. You have USB-Cs right here for charging, which is real convenient, and a nice little light here. Also, of course, you have your panoramic roof, which is lighting this up as the sun's going down, and your little button here, which some people forget about, but if you have that light on, means that the dome lights won't come on when the doors open. But here's a look with the lights on for everybody around. And I think that covers enough here. We'll turn this off for now and hop in the back. Stepping in the back, the same Napa leather that you have up front. It's very smooth and very comfortable. Of course, I just noticed that this seat's kind of far back, but I still have plenty of leg room here, even though you can see the difference in these seats in the distance there. Also, you have two USB-Cs here, your heated seats, and your HVAC controls for the rear. You have this nice little fold-out console, mini console cup holder area here. And of course, these carpeted mats go all the way back for the third row, which is really nice. And you also have vents and USB-C back there, as you can see. Nice little LED lights, very comfortable for everybody. Maybe not that middle passenger. And I do have a video coming out later that kind of puts me in all the positions so that we can see what it looks like. But this one really upgrades in the back. Do have bottle holders in the doors, two of those, and really three positions. Rear sunshades. So everything is really upscale, and I think that you'll appreciate the 26-mile EV range as well with this vehicle. I think that wraps it up. Just if you want to take a peek here on this window sticker, I know some of you have asked about it. It shows the 56 MPGE, the 25 with the gasoline only. And of course, this is electricity plus gasoline. Annual fuel cost at time of printing this was $1,900. And this one as equipped is, let's see if we can focus here, 58,325. There it is, 58,325. And so this Premium Plus is really everything you would need and want on this top model. So here it is, the beautiful plug-in hybrid in jet black Premium Plus CX-90. And if you have any questions or comments, you can drop them down below, or you can always text me at 334-718-0504. I am Jonathan Sewell Sales at Mitchell Mazda on the Boulevard in Enterprise, Alabama. And this big vehicle creates a big circle here to encompass it. I really can't wait to see you in one of these, and you're gonna love the drive more than one of those. But this is a beautiful Mazda.
More garbage.